And then she was just grabbing her head.
Yeah, no. Oh, it's
Now
all
we
set
might
up.
not be able to. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yep. I made sure of it.
Ooh, look at you.
Play, motherfucker. Skywell 27. Oh, I forgot I was here. Oh. Up. I fix some stuff and do some things. There we go.
Like it. It's
The fuck you mean to me? You heard me? Me a little bit, but you know.
cruel. Unusual.
Sound should be good.
Okay.
Alrighty. I forgot what the fuck I was doing. Yes. Shit, me too, man. Oh, shit, be.
Pokemon randomizer, here I come.
Ah, fuck me. Hold on, y'all. I'm an idiot.
Can't hear her. Told you.
What? Why? There's no reason I shouldn't. I'd made sure all of these were
I know.
good. Hello?
Hello.
There she
Hello.
is. Okay.
The fuck were those all the way down? That's so
You know how I was
stupid.
telling you, oh, I'm gonna wait because I know one of my YouTubers gets sponsored by Raycon a lot. He did, and I bought some. So now I'm waiting.
That bitch's lips were swollen.
So now I'm just waiting for my rose gold Raycons to get here.
Oh, I got Raycons too.
I know. I was telling you, right, that I knew one of the people I watch, the one I was telling you about, how you ever
Oh,
This is
yeah.
Ryan Hollinger, but he gets sponsored by Raycon a lot, so I was waiting for him to get sponsored again, and he did, and it happened. It just so happened that they were having a sale anyway for Mother's Day.
However,
So I bought some.
Why does it say we're playing Pokemon?
She's changing it. She
Oh,
forgot.
Okay. Oh, it just did. Okay.
yeah. Last stream I was playing Pokemon.
Gotcha.
Heart Gold randomizer, so I forgot to fucking switch it over because I'm a goddamn idiot.
No, I'm just ditzy like the rest of us. Well, hello, party people.
Party people.
Yeah, man. Party
Party
people.
people.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. All right, back to the game.
But alas, it was not Pokemon.
It was not. No,
It wasn't.
I'm so sorry.
Look, we know how much you nerds love Pokemon, but
Nerds fucking love Pokemon. Get that bitch some Pokemon. Bitches love Pokemon.
I mean, it's true though.
bitches love cannons.
Incredibly too.
All right, down the machine butthole we go.
All right,
Oh,
buttholes.
Doing weird machine butt stuff.
You're excited about it.
Spelunking. Eat penguin shit, you ass spelunker.
Wait, what about Penguin? What?
Bring it, scrubs.
It's from South Park.
Oh,
The bigger, longer, uncut movie, which is the best movie ever.
It sure is pretty good.
it's the only of that thing that you said that I now can't think of the name.
What, South Park?
Yes, thank you. It's the only South Park thing I actually enjoy.
It's great.
You don't like
I mean,
this
to be
show?
honest, I've only seen it like twice though.
That's
I've seen that
fair.
movie so many times.
All right, motherfucker.
Step to the
Thank you.
wrong
Is it
chick.
2? No, this is 3, right?
This is 3. Yeah, this is the one that feels like playing Borderlands, but with none of the good story.
That was the complaint last time, wasn't it?
It definitely was. Oh, so I have to publicly apologize. I think I might have done it last time we played this, but I don't remember, so I'm gonna do it again. If so,
Oh yeah, that's right.
so I started playing this on my personal. I'm playing as the Siren, and apparently there is a way for you to change your name. Like you can change your name when you change like the way you look and everything. It's just really small and hidden all the way in the fucking corner.
Good.
So it feels like you can't.
Yeah, because you literally don't notice it compared to like the other ones, which are like they're prominent because it's a drop down menu style, and it's like right there.
This is 3.
Yeah, this is 3. Hello.
I am here.
I am here.
Aren't you always?
Now. Shout out to Neil Breen.
Alrighty. Where the
Arn, you're so far away.
I'm sorry. I don't know that there's much we can do about it.
is it far away or is it just quiet?
I mean, it sounds like she's far away, so I mean, it's quiet.
Oh. Let me see if I can change that.
Shield is poopy. You got
Shield is
pre-sequel
poopy.
and 2 for free.
That's cool. Pre-sequel's alright.
This post was written by Headshot Gang. Gang.
We'll do that and we'll up this. Oh no. I will actually keep yours about the same and I will draw mine just a tad. Alright. That should do it. Hopefully. Headshots, that's fair. I have fucking as one of the streamers we watch, Ray says, NA aim.
What does that mean?
Just no fucking aim. Just the shittest aim. I shoot at the target and I don't know, it depends on where the target's at. If the target's like aware that I'm there, I've got like a 60% hit shot, like hit accuracy.
Damn it! If I were down there, I would totally hack that door. Cool guy. Wait.
That is
I could
exactly-
shoot the ground and miss. I am not good at aiming. Oh, hello. Get your fucking weird ass bombs away
Why I
from
don't
me,
play
sir.
shooters. Call of Duty looks fun sometimes, but
So that's the thing. In Call of Duty, especially if I play it for a while, I'm not awful. Especially because I tend to do like what is the fucking term I'm looking for? Like precision weapons. And just stay back a lot. So in Call of Duty, if I play for a bit, I actually get fairly decent. But in games like this, I don't know. Single player games, I fucking suck massive ass.
What? You're not amazing?
No.
What do you mean?
Neil Breen makes me want to become a filmmaker because I'm not sure I am any better at making movies.
Well,
Yeah, you know what? He'd probably make a better movie than Neil Breen. So,
Probably.
I mean, well, it depends on what you mean by better, I suppose. Might not be as funny if it's really good.
what
I'm gonna shoot this damn car all full of holes.
what Dolphin said
Hmm?
was very funny and accurate. I feel like if you even cared a little bit and weren't full of yourself, you could
Well,
be
see, that's the thing.
marginally better than Neil
definitely
Breen.
cares.
Yeah, Neil Breen
his
gives a
thing.
lot of shit.
That's why I said not full of yourself.
Just because he's not
I
good
feel
at
like
it,
you can top Neil Breen. You just can't go into it believing wholeheartedly that you are better than
He's
anything
Jesus.
else.
He's Jesus in 2 of his movies.
Yeah, exactly.
My style.
That's a problem.
You don't make yourself Jesus in your own movie unless you think you are Jesus.
You can top Neil Breen, you just need consent.
That's funny. I agree with Vicky's laughter spasms. That's funny.
That's fair. You do need consent to top somebody. I mean, that's not wrong.
You know
No,
that's one of the funny controversies about the new Wonder Woman movie?
What?
Have you heard that shit?
No.
Mm-hmm.
In the new Wonder Woman movie,
Oh, that
she
is
brings
perfect.
back the dude
It
from the
just
first one that
screams
she was in
ice.
love with
Uh-huh.
through the body of somebody else. And through some blah 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 movie magic bullshit, he starts to take the form of her lover, but it's still in the other guy's body. She's just seeing his face. And in one part of the movie, they have sex. And people are like, no, she just raped somebody, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, you really want to come down to brass tacks. She raped somebody. The person in that body doesn't have consent over having sex with this woman. Just because she sees who she wants to see and he's like possessing the body, that guy's body's still there.
sex? Show me your sex license. Dolphin, I don't know that
Like,
anyone can be
Sex
on
is
purpose
expired.
or even by accident
Neil Breen bad.
Neil Breen bad. I don't know if that guy still exists, but I feel like did she even get her his consent to put someone else in his body?
The wish that brought him into that guy's body gets reversed. All the wishes get reversed. So sorry, spoilers. I don't know if anyone actually fucking cares about this stupid movie. It's bad. I'll just tell you that.
Yeah, I bet.
But
DC doesn't know how to make a fucking sequel.
they don't know how to
Sure
make anything. They don't know how to make anything. DC
That's
is failing
true.
hardcore. They just continuously keep failing. Only good movie to come out of all these movies they've been making so far is Shazam. And depending on your level of comedy, Aquaman. But that's because it's funny. And it's not supposed to be funny, but it is funny.
That's fair. I figured Shazam would be. Shazam's always been kind of their throwaway character.
Shazam movie was actually really good. They actually did a good job with the comedy and they picked good people to play him as a kid and as an adult. It's good. They did a good job with that movie. I cannot say that for any other movie they've made so far.
That's fair.
But that
The
one.
only reason people like this Zack Snyder cut of this
It's
movie
because they want to be pretentious in the idea of
Oh no, a
Artists.
fart.
the artist's integrity.
I assume so. I assume you
Played
would
off.
cease to exist. Like if there's nothing stating in the movie that he's still in there somewhere, I assume that person would cease to exist. But also, it does sound very dubious whether or not she got that guy's consent. Like that guy even consented to have something take over his body.
And it was just like a dude. It wasn't like a corpse, like a person who died recently.
Oh, it was an alive person living their life, and she was like, I wish I could have my boyfriend back. And he got put in the body of this guy. And then she sees the guy as he is at first, and then he's like, no, it's me, and you know, does the thing where he tells her stuff only she would know, and then like she's like, oh, I can see it now, and suddenly his face is her boyfriend.
Oh. Okay. But like the young version of him, right? If I had to guess. Like the fucking World War II version of him? Not
Like
the fucking 80s version of him?
I mean, what would the 80s? We wouldn't even know what the 80s version would look like. Would he be alive? Who knows? Because he wasn't. But yeah, it's how she remembered him looking when he died back in the whatever time that was. 50s?
Nah, he's just a fucking old ass man now.
Yeah, he's just an old man. He's like 80, you know?
That shit's reminded me of the fucking quote from Game of Thrones. When you die, you stay in your hottest form.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Die in the game, you die for real.
Promise.
Die in the game, you die in real life.
Yes. I do promise that if you die in the game, you die for real. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Okay, that's fair.
I think you have to die for real.
The Teen Titans Go one. He took and got a little too serious.
That's funny.
If you die in real life, you die in the game.
Forever.
Oh no, not my game version. I care about that one.
What's that stupid ass
Your aim's gotta be better. Everyone's roasting you.
You know what?
Like hardcore. You gotta figure it out.
Come for me. I have no aim. I've never had aim.
That's true.
Ow.
Couldn't get out of bronze to save your life.
Fucking nope.
Pick the wrong fight.
Every time I think about if you die in the game, you die in real life, all I could ever think about is my favorite movie, which is Stay Alive.
Which is what?
Stay Alive, but that's where it's from.
Oh, yeah, that's
where
from.
Aaron's getting it from.
Yeah, that's the tagline for it.
I'm sure it is.
That's where Aaron got it from. It was from that movie.
Such a great movie.
If anybody wants to
very
know
hilarious.
How much of a bitch I am, that movie scared the shit out of me. I had to watch it like halves. I had to wait a whole ass day to watch the second part of the movie.
You're adorable, V.
That's
I love
really
you. You're so sad.
The movie's not even scary, Vicky.
I know.
That's why I said if anybody wants to know how much of a bitch I am.
It's not scary.
Yeah, I hate to agree with you, but that's
It's not. No, I don't want to die in WoW. Sob. I still want to upgrade my big titty night elf to Greater Death Knight. It's too many.
Kiss that big titty elf goodbye.
Too many darks and deaths and nights.
What? Why?
Your Minecraft dog would get lonely.
I'm just a 10, I'm a night elf mohawk, night elf mohawk, night elf mohawk.
What's that from?
Hey, you remember?
I do.
Well,
what was that?
I mean, originally it's a commercial from Mr. T advertising that he's a night elf mohawk in the game. And that he made mohawk bombs. Remember? Mohawk.
Yes,
the mohawk
I remember
grenade.
that commercial too, but that song.
So don't give me no back talk. So I'm talking about fools been saying Mr. T can't play the World of Warcraft. He ain't no computer hacker. Wanted to meet this sucker. How do you explain the mohawk grenade? Nay.
What is that song from?
Remember, it continues with the oh yeah, Mario, oh yeah, Mario
Yes.
#1. Here we go.
I do.
I somehow lost my pants, lost my
I believe
pants.
in you. You can figure it out.
Huh?
Said I believe in you. You can figure it out.
Wow.
Look, I've never heard this shit before.
I want her
right?
to just tell me.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Clearly she's not.
I know.
When a
She's
book
content to
is
just sing it and
called
not tell me what the
Repent,
fuck
I
it
don't
is.
need to read it.
You're done.
That's the very first video from Shmo Yoho I ever heard.
Is that Shmo Yoho?
Who did that? I think it's Shmo Yoho who did that, and that's the very first video I ever knew from them. And I think the only way I've ever
Hi
been able to
guys,
find
it's
it
me,
is you
Arthas
gotta
from
type in
Rao. This is real. Send me your credit card info to become Deathcock Knight in real life. Me.
This seems legitimate.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, totally.
I trust this man.
Play Cry of
Deathcock
Fear.
Knight.
And it's free. What's Cry of Fear? Also,
Horror?
a non-playable video game waifu.
There's a lot of non-playable video game waifus.
Well, who's the best is what he's asking.
Oh, the best?
I might have to. Vicky doesn't do horror, but I do.
Oh,
I do
God.
it so much.
I'm a scary little baby. I can't
Yes.
do horror.
Yes, you are.
Because the answer is Publess in Monster Hunter World.
You know what? That's fair.
I can give you that one, maybe.
I mean, if we're going by recent waifus, every lesbian I've ever seen would agree that it's fucking Lady Demiscu from the new fucking.
Yeah, it
Resident
seems like she's
Evil.
non-playable, so I think she
Yeah, I
fits
guess
the
she's not
criteria.
playable. So there you go.
Yeah, and apparently she's just gonna stalk you around the fucking mansion.
Fantastic.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You said
Will she
Mr.
step
X
on
style,
me
right?
too?
Yeah, she's gonna be like a Mr. X style villain.
Mr. X, but with tits.
But with
Yeah,
tits.
but with tits just caked up and a 9 feet tall.
Oh, nah, not his type. So not
I mean,
his.
have you seen the
not
ass on
his
that
best
woman?
waifu.
Are you a lesbian? I did specify that every lesbian I've seen is
where
all
Ari
about
was.
her.
Right, I suppose you are
I thought you were
disqualified from
Ari,
that if you're
and
not
I
a
was like,
lesbian.
did she get out of bed?
Big mommy milker, step on me.
Sure.
Am I a lesbian now? Yes. by law, you are now. You are now a
If
lesbian.
you want to be stepped on by Lady Demiscu, you're a lesbian. End of story.
According to the articles of Confederation. I couldn't figure out a good way of doing articles of Confederation, but also with gay.
I was gonna say that. I don't know if that worked the way you wanted it.
I was sitting there like, is there anything? Let me just say this one and see how it feels, and it didn't feel good.
Yes? Was that a knock?
I didn't hear anything.
Oh.
It was probably the cabinet drawer in the bathroom. Cabinet drawer? What the fuck? So my words don't work too good today.
Yeah, I know. I can tell. It's okay.
That good job with English.
We still love you. Probably.
That's cool design. Oh, you know what I'm so fucking excited for? Because we saw a gameplay trailer for the new or the remake of Nair Gestalt.
The hell
Or
is
no,
that?
I guess it's Replicant now, right? Is it Replicant?
It's
or
near
Gestalt?
replicant because it's
Yeah.
it's brother near, not Papa near.
Not Papa Nair, yeah. That game looks fucking amazing. And Grimoire Weiss, the voice actor, is reprising his role. They're not just reusing the samples. And I'm incredibly excited for it. It does go against my favorite quote of all time, which is more manly, dominating a girl who is much smaller than you, or conquering a fucking Goliath. My best girl.
And no one can compete is
I'm
Wisp
not
from
sure. I mean,
Warframe.
conquering a Goliath is definitely something.
Like a feat.
Flip it back.
What about feet?
Like a feat. Like a
about
in what? No.
Oh.
FEAT, not FEET.
Oh.
You play as a young man desperately searching for answers in the cold Scandinavian night. Finding his way through the city as he slowly descends into madness, with a strong emphasis on cinematic experience, immersion, and lateral thinking. Players be taken on a nightmare roller coaster ride through the grim streets of, not gonna say that, and beyond. Not everything is as it seems. Spooky. That does sound cool. I'd be about that.
Ooh.
She's dummy thick and does not even have any feet, so no dumb fetish people to ruin it. You get a
That's
Glock.
fair.
Instant win. That is an instant win.
That is a pretty big one.
Money. Now why not spend it?
I don't want to spend it.
What do you mean?
I don't want to spend it.
What do you mean?
Everyone has their price.
That's all money is for.
I want to hoard it like a dragon. Like a Bezos dragon.
Spending.
You're welcome.
That's not the Bezos way.
Hoarding it? Yes, it is.
That's not the Bezos way.
I'm literally killing people to get my money and then hoarding it. It is definitely the Bezos way.
It's not the Bezos way. You don't understand.
It is.
Avatar, 3 books. Avatar
I
if
might get
Momo
an
had a
offer for
Glock
a
high
dildo
school
gun.
thesis.
Avatar, 3 books. Avatar, if Momo had. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't want to miss out on a dildo gun. Hold up. Where is said dildo gun? Give me this dildo gun.
That does sound fun.
Dildo gun.
Yeah,
I'm
in
being
the game-
promised dildo guns.
In the game Meg is talking
Oh, boy.
about.
That's scary.
Right, it would be even scarier. If you had a dildo for a gun.
I don't want dildos flying at me.
Well, that's the
You
question.
have the dildo gun.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, I'm lying. Ow. My new age metal punk cover band. It's right up there with Betty White Titfuck.
You
That's such
just
a great name.
It's such
try
a good
to
name.
insert that into any conversation you can.
No,
Yes.
not even slightly.
Yes, you do.
Number one. Number two, it's a great name, and they're actually not half bad.
I know you.
That's a real
You
band.
listened to. Yes, it is. It is a real
Oh
band.
boy.
It is a real band, and the name really is Betty White Titfuck.
Stuff like that makes me wonder, like, does Betty White know that?
Probably. She probably digs it.
She, probably. She
I mean,
seems
Betty
like
White's
she
the
has
person-
all the
oh, yeah,
humor.
she'd be cool with it, for sure. I wasn't
She's-
worried about whether she'd be cool with it. I was just wondering if, like, she knew. I think that's something she'd be into.
I think it's something she'd be
Just
interested
because They
in.
name themselves that. She's like, yeah, I know, I'm a gilf. It's cool. I'm hip.
She is hip.
Very big machine, and I'm kind of scared.
I'm sorry.
It's fucking. What is that? Like Gundam game that Hideo Kojima made.
Gundam game?
Yeah, it's like a mech game. I only say Gundam because like they're piloted
mech
mechs, and the cockpit is at the deck.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
And then imposter head huge. I want this thesis. I want this thesis on my desk now.
Now.
Zone of the Enders, yes, Zone of the Enders.
Oh.
I believe that's a Kojima game. I might be wrong about who it is though. But yes, Zone of the Enders.
Okay.
The joke I was gonna make hinged on me remembering that fucking name.
Right.
And now that the thing's dead, it's definitely not funny anymore.
Well, listen.
Good job.
It wouldn't have been funny to begin with, but at least it would have made sense. The joke would have at least felt concise.
I'm sure it would have.
It is Kojima. Hell yeah. Okay. Wasn't that game like not finished because they pushed him to work on Metal Gear?
All they ever wanted from him was Metal Gear.
Metal Gear Awesome 2.
I forget why, but people were all excited recently about the possibility of there being a Metal Gear Solid Rise, or Revengeance, not Rise. Goddamn idiot.
Another Revengeance game?
2. Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid 88. Huge tit duck fuck. What does that even
Duck
mean?
fuck? That's dick fuck.
Oh, it does say dick fuck.
I like duck fuck more though.
You censored yourself by being blind.
I did. I didn't
That's
mean
funny.
Her brain was like, not on my Christian server.
it. Right. This is a Christian channel. Christian stream.
Dyslexic edition.
Yeah, man.
Finally, they're making video games for me.
Man.
Why don't all games have maid uniforms as a skin?
I don't know. It'd be amazing.
It would be.
I think that would make you know, I'm gonna be wholly honest. I'm surprised as fuck there's not a maid uniform in Death Stranding.
You are?
Yes. Kojima seems like the kind of person who put Norman Reedus in a fucking maid outfit and go, all right.
This makes sense, and I'm explaining right now.
Yeah.
Blast rock music in your ears.
Ow.
Okay, so I gotta get through there. So, oh, fuck me. Did I walk all like super far away from my goddamn checkpoint? Son of
Maybe
a
you did.
bitch.
Maybe you did.
I fucking did.
Maybe
We
you
have a new
did.
follower. Does that make 48 or 49?
What's up? We are at 48.
48.
Oh boy.
That. Please.
Please, what?
I kept pressing the button, but like moving the camera slightly, so I wasn't opening the thing.
Oh.
48. Only 2 more.
Only 2 more.
Officially affiliate. Haha.
2 more and some higher watch times.
Some
and
higher
we will
watch,
get there.
yeah, watch rates,
Right.
and we will be there.
As long as we stop abandoning stream,
Yeah, we do have to stop doing that.
anything is possible.
Jesus Christ. Finally.
Well, Vicky,
If somebody could clip that. Just,
2 away,
Just, call it in a,
just like Vicky aiming 2 miles away from the
2
opponent.
away, just like Vicky aiming 2 miles away from the opponent.
Oops, I just read that. You can't hear me though, so I
it's just gonna be
understand.
consistent. Vicky can't aim jokes all day.
Oh, well, she can't.
I am incapable of aiming.
Clearly. I'm just very confused about it. How long have you been playing this?
I mean, a while.
You play Gungeon? You're not that bad.
I can't say anything. I can't aim. That's why I don't play shooters. I watch other people play them, motherfuckers.
Shooters are the easiest kind of game to play.
I don't know why. There are certain games that I have fucking impeccable goddamn aim. Like Gungeon, I actually do have great aim. I have no fucking like spatial awareness whatsoever, so I'm constantly dying very fast.
She's got no
I got good aim
preservation
in,
skills in
in
that
Minecraft.
game. Like, no preservation skills in that game.
I can aim my arrow pretty nice in Minecraft.
But her aiming is great in Gungeon. Her aiming
Yeah.
is great. She's got no preservation mindset.
Yeah, like there are just certain games I have fucking impeccable aiming, and then there are games like this where I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me. I just don't. I can't.
Now come back out. Looks like like your vault hunters are still scuttling about.
Also, Arn, I want to give you an
Just won't give
update
up, will you,
on
Reese?
Monster Hunter Rise.
That's it.
Oh, let me know.
Because
Your favorite
when I
Kroger
first
stand.
talked to you about it, I had just started playing, and I lied to you,
Oh,
like
no.
dead ass into the phone, because I told you that it was good, and at the time, I didn't think that for real.
You didn't think it was good?
I didn't. When I first started playing, I was like, okay, it's when I first started playing, I was like, okay, it's core, it's Monster Hunter, so I'm gonna play it because it's Monster Hunter and I like Monster Hunter. But the way that the combat and movement works in Rise is so new, and it takes a minute to figure it out, like for
Thank
real,
you.
in a way that makes you comfortable. So my first interactions with the game were, I mean, it's Monster Hunter, but like, I don't know what this other shit is,
Oh,
and
they
I don't like
clipped
it
it
that
for
much.
you.
But
Yeah.
after playing it and getting used to the wire bug movement and how mounting works is very, very different, and combat and everything, I retract that statement, and I fucking love that game.
Oh, cool. Well,
I mean,
wonderful.
again, at its core, it's Monster Hunter. Like, if you've played Monster Hunter, you'd be able to figure it out eventually. It's Monster Hunter. So if you like Monster Hunter, you would like the game. But the only thing that was having me keep playing it was just that I was like, it's Monster Hunter, I guess I'll play it. But once I figured out, like, how the movement worked and how combat worked with the new movement, oh my gosh. It's great. It's so fun. I have so many clips I've made on my Switch from me just being a badass, fucking shit up with my great weapons, flying around,
Hell yeah.
my wire Spider-Man.
Security. They're in the laser
And you
control
feel like
room.
Spider-Man on
Destroy them
things. It's kind of funny.
That's cool.
And it took some learning to get used to the new fight system, but it's so now my only complaint is that I finished it and I want more Monster Hunter. But the way the handheld ones work is I guess World work the same way.
Out of the sky. That sounds great.
It's yeah, it's pretty great. It's pretty great. I use a Great Blade or dual blades. I don't use a bow in this one. I use Great Blade or dual blades, and either one is so much fun because Great Blades, you use them right and you get the combos off. You can do so much damage just fucking shit up, just chopping shit's tails off. It's so good. With the dual blades, you're like a blender of knives, and it's amazing.
A blender of knives.
A knife.
You're literally like, I have it set up so like when I use my dual blades and I use the Fury mode, I go into a Super Demon Fury mode, which instead of just charging up into Fury mode, I do slashes as I transform in Fury mode, and then every time I hit A, it does a special move that if it hits the monster, I launch myself in the air, and then you can continue to throw blades while you're in the air, just start swinging around in circles. And if you do the combo right, you literally blender yourself up the monster's back, and it's the most satisfying thing in the world. Just numbers flying off of them. You feel like a badass. It makes me feel like a badass. Greatsword is slow. It is very slow. You have to know how to use it. I like the Great Blade because it does major damage almost as much as a hammer, and also you can block with it.
Sir, that is a flex. I'm gonna need you to tone that down.
No overt flexing in my stream.
Greatsword is slow, but you use it right, you can get...
Hammer got bonk.
Hammer does got bonk. You can stun monsters with hammer, you do it right, and that is kind of badass. I've never used the hammer, but anyone I know who uses it and uses it well be fucking shit up, because you bonk a monster on the head.
Big bunks.
The Great Blade, a lot
Big
of the
bunks
Great
get
Blade's
stonks.
movements are, a lot of the Great Blade's movements are about charging that shit up into your final charging form so you can do the swing and then flip and swing again. And as long as you can line it up right, man, does that shit do damage. That final one, fully charged.
Amazing.
I have really good videos of
Sarah,
me
I'm gonna
just
have to
swinging
ask
in
you
on
to
the
check your
wires.
swag at the door.
You can tackle to do that. Also, the tackle helps you dodge attacks. Like, if you're in the middle of charging up an attack in front of a monster and they attack you, if you hit A while you're charging, you do it at the right time. Timing is everything.
Bro, what are you talking
You do it
about?
at the right time, the monster's attack goes through you and you butt them with your sword.
My
and
favorite
then
weapon
you
in Monster Hunter is the
attack.
ball club testicle mace.
You know what? That's one of my favorites too. I just, you know, I don't
Okay,
have
no
enough
swag,
people
no
to-
service. Too much swag. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. You're making all the other patrons feel less than.
Sword and Shield is really good. I haven't used it in this game, but I've used Sword and Shield in many other games, and
Sword and Shield is alright. I think some of the other Pokemons are a little bit better, but I'm
Black and
kind of a
White
All right,
and Black
all
and
right.
White 2
You
are
shut the
literally
fuck
the
up.
best ones.
Leaves
Don't at me.
Swag.
See,
That's
doesn't
the only
make
way
any
to do
sense.
it.
Doesn't even make any
leave and
sense.
swag.
The way you leave in swag is you get a car and then you brand it with Supreme shit.
Can't just say things.
Oh no.
That's how you leave in swag. And also, you can say whatever the fuck you want.
Can't just say things.
Doesn't have to make sense.
Why must there be so much Warframe Rule 34? I'm just trying to get a good wallpaper. People are degenerates.
Sir, is this your first day on the internet?
Degenerates.
Why must there be so much Warframe Rule 34? I'm just trying to get a good wallpaper. Oh, she is going to shit her pants.
Yeah?
Look at her nubs, Patrick.
Who did what?
She's
Where?
gonna die. So I got Ari a Switch Lite. Her
Yeah.
daddy and I got her a Switch Lite a while
So she
ago.
would stop taking her Switch.
Yes, that's exactly why. Ooh, look.
Hey guys, it's me, Tom. No, I'm sorry.
So we got her a Switch
How do
Lite.
you do a British
Mostly
voice?
so she could play, cause Mina got a Switch Lite
Hi
too.
guys, it's
So
me,
so
Tom
they could
Holland
play.
from Superhero Revenge America, and not Migzo, as you can tell from my lack of swag.
First of all, Tom Holland has all the swag. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But also,
I can't stand people that make Rule 34 for children's
She's
shows.
gonna be so
Like,
excited
kids
to
don't
hear
know
about
how
that
to
Paw Print. Mina
filter
gonna be jealous.
correctly, so they run into that shit. Like, if you're gonna do that, okay, lock it behind something. I know that's not always effective, but fuck, it shouldn't be the first thing they see, just trying to look up, like, fucking, I don't know,
Try.
Powerpuff Girls or
They a little tight.
Dexter or some shit.
I might have
What
needed to
do
stretch
kids
out before I
watch
look at
now? What shows do kids like?
I'm gonna be wholly honest. I don't know.
it. Right? It doesn't just click on like Mina's did.
That Miraculous show. It seems
Yeah,
into that.
Miraculous Ladybug. That's something kids watch, right? But those Rule 34
Miraculous.
down, unfortunately.
For fuck.
Ari used to watch
Sure.
that shit all the time. Ari used to watch that show all the fucking time. I hate that show.
So does Vicky. Don't feel
I
bad.
hate it.
Yeah.
It's not just because it's a kid's show. It's bad. It's bad characters. I
Yeah.
don't like it.
It's bad writing. It's bad characters. It's
It's all that. It's all that. All that's bad.
yeah.
You know something I can't stand about little kid shows like that? Little kid shows like that like they're trying so hard to be like they want to show superheroes, but like they never show them in like actual peril. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it always at the end good for the good guys. So like shit'll get solved in the dumbest ways, and so many of those ways are always like it's friendship saved you, like dumb shit like that. I hate that shit.
I will
Show
say
me
there are
a main
points where
character getting hurt.
some of that can be incredibly funny. Like
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh is just awful, but it is funny as
It's funny when every other episode they're talking about full on friendship.
my grandpa's deck has no bad cards, Kaiba. Like, alright. It's not true, but alright.
Not true, but okay.
I'm spaghetti, you.
You got him? Alright. Oh my god. she's gonna be
I've
so
become the
excited.
very thing I love you.
It's torture, you. I wanna eat myself all the time, you.
I fucking love Drawfee, they're so stupid.
Yeah, Ari doesn't have a stand.
I told you.
What? Lights don't have a stand.
Technically, Ari didn't have a choice because I ordered it while she was
They
sleeping,
can't
but
dock.
I think that's a good one too.
I like this one. This one feels better.
Yeah, I like
the Switch.
I like it.
Feel like mine.
Well, as long as I've got
38.
pretty sure I got one that was really
That's good enough for me.
cool. Dime.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Really? You sure of that?
I'm never sure about anything. I'm a goddamn mess of a human
Oh
being.
my goodness.
Man, look
could
one
you say
dumpster
that?
fire over here.
I don't understand you at all.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair.
Why can't we?
Look,
be
god damn it.
friends?
These badass troopers are kicking my ass.
Why aren't we a friend?
They're too badass for me.
Let's be more than friends.
Pop it in the fucking face.
I'm gonna make a kids show called Jeff Bezos and borrow the souls of 7 children. Use souls to create show profit.
Mine over here.
Hell yeah.
So no, it's not.
The best way, you were right. The best way to make a good kids show is make it a good show and then make it for kids. That's it.
I only know good ass.
One of its selling
That's
points
fair.
is like you can still plug it into your dock.
As an owner of a badass,
I'm sure that is how British rappers be.
Wait, what?
It says British rappers be like. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do a British voice. Hold on. British rappers be like, I be robbing bitches in Bristol. Go pop your head with a pistol. The rap itself wasn't funny. It was me trying to do a British accent.
The rap was pretty fucking funny, if I'm gonna be honest.
No, don't encourage him.
That's why I got mine.
First of all,
He's already banned from the premises.
first of all,
for
our
too much
chat
swag.
doesn't need to be encouraged. They just will.
It's far too much swag.
Our chat is funnier than us. We need this.
They are funnier than us.
Our chat's funnier than us.
They are funnier than us. Not a lie.
Thank you, chat, for keeping us funny.
For keeping us hilarious.
Yeah, our stream is the equivalent of that kid that hears the joke and then says it louder.
Are you trying to cross the
Alive
border?
again? I can't afford this.
What? Huh?
Dude, I am losing a lot of money.
That's a funny thing for them to say. Died too much. Alive again?
I can't afford this. This has gotta
Crippling
stop.
debt, man. My crippling debt. My crippling medical debt. We have to thank you guys for flattening the funny curve.
Flattening the funny curve.
Wow.
Good.
It hurts, you know? Maybe it's true, but it hurts.
Like, we do have feelings, you know?
Never have
I
I
don't.
been so insulted by something I 100% agree with.
Why would you say something so... whatever.
I'll just say something super controversial yet so brave.
Thank you.
I got your back, Struggle Bunny.
Hell yeah.
True, I killed a lot of your employees.
Wee.
I used to call Ari that when she was a baby.
Just how business
Oh.
Like when she first started to, you know, little babies, they start trying to move on their own and stuff.
Reese, don't do
And
this.
she'd always just be, she didn't
not do
crawl,
this, Reese.
but for like
I swear.
maybe a few
You
weeks
fire that
out of her
laser.
life. She would just roll around
Done, buddy.
until she got to her destination.
We are
That's
done.
fair. Rolling is the
She
most
said, fuck
effective.
crawling. She crawled for me for maybe 2 weeks before she was pulling herself up on furniture and was like, wait, I can walk around like this? I'm just doing this. So
Rolling is highly
when she was little and she'd, you know, be trying to move around and she wouldn't be able to do it, I'd just be like, look at you struggling. Little struggle bunny, and I don't know, it stuck. Struggle bunny sounded funny.
Sayonara, Zanara.
I wonder if I got that from something.
Need more Catgirl skins in Warframe. I think there needs to be more Catgirl things just everywhere.
in general.
Big ball, Katagawa.
Catgirls everywhere.
Dramatic.
Right?
In the words of Corpse Husband, cat girls are ruining my life.
Takeover buddies.
Right.
Okay.
What?
Oh, that shit tastes so bad.
It tastes good. I want some share.
No, I said it tastes bad. You don't want it.
Oh. Well, I don't want
Cheap
anything that tastes
liquor.
bad.
Round. Eats you.
Cheap liquor lasts a long time and gets you nice and drunk, but tastes terrible.
I only want things that taste good.
Oh god, I really want more of that fucking Andre, dude.
Oh, it was so delicious.
So goddamn good.
Y'all ever hear of this shit called Screwball?
Look, dead meat.
Screwball.
I think I have.
Comedy?
It's a peanut butter whiskey.
Ew.
Yeah, I have heard about it, yeah.
Ew.
It is fucking
Is it good?
amazing. Oh my god. Guys, it's
Don't be mean to
fucking
Dolphin. We need someone to compete with you in the unfunny competition.
I know. I've never heard of it before. A few weeks ago, I went to go get liquor and Pat was
I had
like,
to look up
Screwball.
to know what you were talking about. And, wow. I think all balls are a little bit smaller than that ball.
A Screwball is a peanut butter whiskey, and you can taste
Ew.
the peanut butter,
Well,
and
that's
also it's like sweet
Awful.
and syrupy. No, it.
That
I
sounds
think you would like it.
delicious.
I know you don't like peanut butter, but I think you would like it because it's mostly just sweet as fuck with this like syrupy aftertaste. It tastes really good. Like you don't even need a chaser for a shot of that. Like it chases itself.
Seniority.
It chases itself.
You have more seniority than the streamers?
It's really
Oh,
tasty.
no. Maybe. You probably
Come
have
out
been
there, we'll
streaming
try to
longer
find
than
it.
us,
Maybe
right?
it'll exist out there.
Never mind. That's fair, actually, now that I think about it.
Wait, who?
Not on our channel, though. You don't have seniority on this channel. You have seniority on your channel.
Wait, what?
He said I have seniority.
Dolphin said he has seniority.
Oh. I mean, you know. Fuck it. Nobody should ever give me any kind of responsibility, so...
I need you to have some responsibility.
Man, I feel the same way, except I have a kid, so like...
You know, that's fair.
Nobody should have given me responsibility, yet here it is.
Now you have the most.
The most,
right?
baby.
Not that.
I love my baby girl, but sometimes I wish I wasn't a parent.
Valid.
Oh, now I know why I like Wisp so much. She reminds me of Raven from Teen Titans, who was the ultimate goth GF.
Oh.
She is.
Hell
Yes, she was. If you can be right about anything, you should be right about that.
I will not be researching Donald Trump Rule 34. Thank you very much.
No.
Ew.
Oh God, no.
Small titties greater than big titties? You know, I can't agree. I'm very neutral on titties. I like all titties.
Titties are good.
Small, huge, bouncy, firm. Titties are just, as long as they're not like rocks, titties are great. All titties. I'm much more picky about ass.
That's fair, I guess.
Yeah, titty neutral. I'm titty neutral. All titties are great and should be respected and felt upon with consent.
Can I be titty socialist?
Titties for all. Titties should be
Free and available to everyone. And
Titties for all. Everybody loves titties.
regulated for safety.
You know, straight women and gay men alike. Everybody loves titties.
That's true.
The only type of ass I don't like is no ass and cottage cheese ass. I know exactly what he means too.
Oh yeah.
That's what my butt looks like.
I definitely can't dig the no ass. It hurts my feelings when I see ladies that just have nothing, just no bump, no hips. I'd be like, you poor woman. Like sitting must suck. Get no cushion.
It does.
I know, you're sitting right on your bone.
It really does.
Like I can't even know the feeling. I have so much ass. It's all cushion. Oh, you say that and you're applauded. I say that and I'm asked to leave the open mic.
You're right.
Yes, it's finally over. You did it. Grab the fragment.
That was a bitch of a fight.
Who's the you in that sentence, Migzo? And answer carefully.
I was about to be like, wait, who's you? Who's you? It's all of us collectively.
You've already been banned. You've already been banned once for swag. Don't get banned again.
You can get banned again. This time for dumbass comments.
Too much swag, it's rotting their brain.
I'm so confused.
Thanks, but let's just take a moment to remember the fallen. Rest in peace, Respawn. Rest in peace.
That's the second piece of the vault key. Bring it to me aboard Sanctuary.
Sanctuary. I would love an open mic night and just start spouting off beliefs that no one has. That would be amazing if you could start spouting off beliefs that no one has.
Swag doesn't rot my brain. My brain is rotting, giving me swag.
Oh.
It's an important distinction.
It is an important distinction.
Beliefs that no one has, though. Just like, did y'all know that, like, air is bad for you? Like, 100% of people who breathe air die. Coincidence? I think not.
Think not.
You know what? That's fucking true, though. People who breathe air die.
Yeah, exactly. They steal jobs from the hardworking poodles of Oklahoma. And what are those poodles gonna do?
Right. Ridiculous.
Imagine if someone walked up to the mic and just started explaining why they think Gatorade should be thicker. I would love to hear that argument, actually. I would love to hear what they have to say.
Turn in that paper by tomorrow morning.
I do agree with that.
Like, what possible sales pitch could you give me to make me agree?
More hydrating.
Would it be though?
Yeah.
I don't think it would be.
More hydrating.
I don't think it would be.
It would be more hydrating. It would coat your mouth and throat
to
in
contain
hydration.
More vitamins and minerals.
Yeah, it would coat your mouth and throat
I
with
don't
hydration.
think that's how it works. If
That shit should be the consistency of cold medicine.
What?
Yeah.
Vicky,
Make you gag.
maybe don't talk anymore.
No, that shit's annoying and it happens. Gatorade should be thicker to contain more vitamins and minerals.
That's bad. That's a bad take.
It's hilarious.
Wouldn't that be gross?
Hilarious.
You'd be like drinking Jello.
Right, and who wants to drink Jello?
Your hair's so pretty. Don't forget your brush. Oh, and
Speaking
No
of that,
problem.
I think pie should not have a crust. The crust gets in the way when I try to eat it through my ass.
I mean,
I
it
guess.
would. I could see that. You know, it would get in the way.
I guess.
The rest of it's soft. The crust is all crunchy.
I guess.
Do you shit out your mouth too?
Yep. South Park. Now.
Like a fucking South Park character.
South Park now. South Park all the time.
The greatest thing about stuff like that, especially in South Park, is like that's happening and the people around that are acting like it's normal.
Yeah.
Like, I get everyone was doing it and they were like, oh, it's healthier. But like y'all don't see the weirdness. You're sitting in a fucking meeting together, shoving food up your ass and shitting out of your mouth into a trash can.
Right.
Like, I mean, I get that's the joke, but like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not great.
Or like the episode where everyone starts getting smug because they're getting Priuses and everyone's standing around farting into cups and sniffing it.
Oh yeah, and the smug starts taking over.
Yeah. South Park's funny.
Back?
My favorite activity.
No, I thought you were. I didn't understand why you were saying hey. No, I'll have. Where's my tractor?
Tractor.
Oh, what does the farmer say when he loses his tractor? Where's my tractor?
I love
What does
anti-jokes
Batman
like
say to
that.
Robin when he tells him to get into the Batmobile? Get in the Batmobile, Robin.
Yeah, exactly. I love those kinds of jokes. I always remember that Finn Wolfhard one.
Finn Wolfhard was so adorable when he came on the show, dude.
A dyslexic man walks into a bra.
An Irishman walks out of a bar.
Huh?
Okay, I'm coming. We'll be right back. Having a little break.
I'll share my favorite.
Carrie, quick, entertain the masses.
Yeah, I will. I'll share my favorite activity. My favorite activity is bringing logic to things that are clearly meant to be devoid of logic. Like SpongeBob or Ed, Edd n Eddy or something stupid like that. I love to sit and have like real theories about something that clearly wasn't meant to be thought beyond it's a cartoon. I think it's very funny. An OP character and an OP weapon walk into a bar, but there is no counter. But It's fun. It's fun to sit and try to take apart something that wasn't meant to be taken apart. I think it's the funniest shit. You sit and have like a real ass conversation about the actual limitations of underwater life in SpongeBob. Goddamn Among Us jokes, Migs. My bad, I got distracted by something. Playing with my Switch because I got a new case for it. My opinion on SpongeBob is 404 error, comment not found. I got strong opinions on SpongeBob. The first 3 seasons and the very first movie are the bomb diggity. Season 4 and 5 have their moments. There's probably even 1 or 2 episodes in season 6 I could fuck with, maybe. But anything after season 5 is basically an abomination on SpongeBob. And I can't approve. And it makes me sad because Steven Hillenburg, the original creator of SpongeBob, who left after the first movie because that's all he ever wanted to create was the first 3 seasons and the first movie. But of course, Nickelodeon was like, nah, SpongeBob makes us all money, so we got to keep going. And he was like, well, I hope you have fun with that. He was actually going to come back, or he was already back on board making new episodes for the newest season, and then he died. And that makes me sad, not just because he died, but like thinking about like having him back on the show. Like, I wonder if the show would have went back in the direction it was like when it first came out in 99. But now we'll never know. Spring Boob Squire Pin. Harambe started everything. Everything bad started from Harambe. The invention of the dildo caused the invention of the mobile phone. Yeah, is that true? They both have the same concept, vibrating. Source, trust me, man. Oh, the world totally ended in 2012. I saw some post on Reddit that said something like because of some phenomenon that happened, we actually lost 8 years or something, which makes 2020 actually the year 2012. And so the whole point of it was just to be like, oh, see, everything went to hell in 2012, just like it was supposed to. The world ended in 1989. My proof is that when it turned 1990, I was asleep. The government put me to sleep to reset the world. Oh dear. I absolutely would not want that kind of responsibility on my head. I wouldn't know. I wasn't born yet. Off topic, if anyone here watches YouTube like anywhere near as much as I do, probably not as much as I do, but you should look up this channel, this chick who runs this channel called Atrocity Guide, and she does videos on wild circumstances. She has very good videos. She needs more traction. Shout out. People should definitely watch her. She makes awesome videos. Well crafted. She has a great voice. I love her videos. She made one last year about this dude named Phoenix Jones I had never heard of until I saw her video. And it is a wild ride of a video. Don't you? Oh my God, I love her videos so much. Like, I discovered her when she was still new, like when she only had like 4 videos out. I love her videos. They're so great. She needs so much more traction. I actually got excited watching one of Charlie's old live streams. He watched the whole Phoenix Jones video and the whole Sir Alfred, the dude who's stuck in the guy who lived in an airport for 18 years. It's super great. She's so great. I love her videos. I wish she had more views. She deserves it. And you could tell she spends a lot of time with her videos. She actually put one up about breatharianism. Breatharianism. Is that how it's pronounced? I don't know. She put it up sometime last year, and it got taken down. I think by the people who, practice that shit. She didn't even really like say anything bad. Technically, she never actually says like her personal opinion on anything. She just like reports things, like wild things you might not have heard of, which breatharianism, whatever the fuck it's called, was definitely something I had never heard of. And watching her video on it, and it was informative, and it was wild, and it was a fun ride. That video got fucking flagged and got taken down off of YouTube entirely. It was very sad because it was a good video. I think the crazy people who practice that shit are the ones who took it down. It's like Scientology, but like more crazy. If it's a top 10 most shocking things, number 1 would be last.
Breatharianism.
Breatharianism. It was a good video.
It was a good video. I love her videos.
Same. I ain't reading that. You know how atrocious my accent is? And I'm gonna read it all slow and sound retarded. My friends. Nope, never mind. Thought I had it.
No idea.
My friends, something two equips, something red, something blue, something something. That's about my knowledge of Spanish. I have just enough knowledge of Spanish that maybe if somebody talked to me real slow, I might understand what they're trying to say.
I wish I felt that way about Spanish. I only feel that way about French because I was an idiot
you learned
and I
French,
took
so you
French.
don't even know Spanish.
I wish I did.
Did you
I wish I
retain
took
any French?
Spanish. No, not really. If someone talked to me real slow, I might be able to get the gist of what they were saying. But other than that, I feel like
I remember there was people in our high school that took Latin, and that one I was like, that's just stupid.
why?
What are you ever gonna need that for?
What if I got accepted to Hogwarts?
Right, Hogwarts.
Look, I don't want to talk to you.
Most people don't.
I want to talk to you, V.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, see, okay, so it's all the way down there in that corner, the name change, right under the character.
That's silly.
Yeah. It's even sillier because, like, the character says their name. No, I don't want to respect. Alrighty.
Respect.
Respect.
Put some respect on it.
Remember, if something goes wrong, just keep shooting.
Okay.
The good
You may leave now.
thing.
Come talk to me on the bridge.
Well, that's fair. We should. We live in California, so we should
You should what?
know Spanish.
Oh, absolutely, I should.
Like, I was
There's a
born and
lot of
raised in
Spanish
California as
speakers
well, so
at my job, and I really
You think you would have picked some up by now?
I feel silly not knowing any Spanish, honestly.
I wish I had been able to take Japanese.
I remember one of my high schools, the languages they taught were Spanish, French, and German.
Ooh.
And my sister took German. Like, took German for 2 years, I think. Like, it was German and then AP German, and she was able to go to Germany. I was like, oh, that's cool.
That's pretty cool.
I was like, I'm failing
Speak to me in
English.
Latin, but in English.
I remember, not to put you on blast, Arn.
Check in with Reese.
I
No, know
remember
what you're
overhearing
talking
my
about. Mom was like, pick one.
what?
Mom was like, pick one.
Yeah, you remember our mom yelling at her because she was failing both French and English, and she was like, "You gotta pick a language."
I didn't. I'm illiterate.
She was being serious, but it was too funny. Like,
Please don't be mad.
you gotta pick one.
Now I'm illiterate.
Yeah.
You've been keeping that from
Now
us
for
the
me.
whole time?
Aaron was just like, I just want to read, man.
It's a siege. Mustache, okay? Look.
Joke's on everyone. I failed all of my classes.
I just wanted to
The
read.
only
Now
thing I
you
ever
are.
consistently failed was history classes.
Honestly,
Cool. Well,
people who
still
aren't
want it.
bilingual are trash, and I should know because I am Jewish.
Yeah, right?
Come on down to Atlas and I'll have Zero let you in through the...
I'll never forget that post I saw. That was people who used to shove papers in their backpack loose and not inside of folders. How are you doing now? And the response was, not great, man. Not great.
Not great.
Sounds like you
Yeah,
really saved
definitely
Reese's
not
ass.
great.
And I was like, yeah,
Wish I
that's
could've
too
joined you down there,
to me
but I have to keep up
IRL
with
for
David's
me
schedule.
IRL.
Yeah.
So hot. I'm a failure. Make myself.
Oh, I'm here.
I pass over this bridge to go to work, and I think I'm pretty sure it's far enough.
Fair.
So yeah, not great.
You're back. You're back with
got something
goodies.
for you.
Hey, goodies.
Yeah.
Goodies. Oh shit, bitch.
Crown Royale vanilla.
You know what's funny as shit? You know what I was thinking about recent, like, I think it was earlier today, actually. I was thinking about how badly I kind of want an edible.
Man, it's been a while since I've had a very good edible.
I don't want to smoke anything, but I want to be high right now.
I started to feel good. I'm smoking too, but I'm gonna be like, everyone else makes it like, oh, you'll be tripping, bro.
Nah, I've never had an edible that good. However, I have had an edible that kept me consistently high, like through a whole workday, which was pretty
Oh,
good.
you're gonna start bombarding memes? Hell yes.
Tell me if I had to have a cookie on my steps.
Fuck. I don't know where I'm going. This ship is a maze.
It was this cake that Ty
It's supposed to
got
be.
from this dude he knows who makes edibles. He makes these like milk cakes. It was really, first of all,
Cake.
it was just good. Like it was a good cake. It was moist and it had blueberries on top and a great frosting. It was just in general a good cake. And also,
Hell yeah, moist.
when it hit, it was like I was good.
Out of nowhere.
And then when it started to, start coming down a bit from it, and I was like, oh, okay. So there goes. And that was a good high. It was good for like an hour or so. And then like, once I realized I was like, didn't feel really high anymore, it came back and it did that like 3 times throughout the day. It was pretty great.
We're digesting it.
Yeah, that's what I assumed. That I just must have been like the parts digesting. So as they digested, I would just get high again. And they were amazing.
Nice.
But don't do drugs, kids. So I didn't actually do that.
I know you don't. That's terrible. Drugs are bad. Okay.
This is a Christian stream, guys.
Yeah, which is why weed's okay. Because as God said, all seed-bearing plants I give unto you.
Is that a
That's-
real quote?
Huh?
A real quote from like the Bible?
I'm gonna be wholly honest. I don't know. I was just about to go. That one's not mine. I got that from a comedian named Tom Rhodes, and the way he says it is fucking hilarious.
Katagawa's been quiet.
Cause he's talking about drugs. He's like, I've done like shrooms and stuff, and he's like, some of those, I'd classify that as a drug. He's like, I don't ever classify weed as a drug. He's like, cause I grew up around a lot of Christians. He's like, I grew up Christian, so as God said, all seed-bearing plants I give unto you. It's like, so it's not a fucking drug. God said so.
Jesus did say League of Legends is wickety wickety whack, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
You ain't wrong.
Well, fuck undoes drugs.
Well, fuck on those drugs.
Right, because I told you not to do them, so you gotta undo them now.
You gotta undo them now.
League and I have such an abusive relationship.
I know, you were telling me.
Like, League and I, it's such a toxic relationship. I shouldn't be in it, but I can't leave. I don't know what to do.
I was about to say,
I don't know what to do.
isn't League of Legends just like a toxic relationship with everyone ever?
I mean, I don't know if everyone has a toxic relationship with League, but I sure do. Probably most people.
I feel like most people definitely do, due to the fact that League of Legends is fucking toxic.
This community you got there would be a shame if
I love League of Legends. It's just, you know, toxic relationship.
I love. It's like cocaine but cool. Dota is like cocaine but cool.
Like cocaine but cool. What?
Cocaine cool?
That's a great description. I'm gonna describe Dota like that to everyone now.
Cocaine's cool?
I do coke, so I can work more, so I can make more money, so I can do more coke.
What is it from?
It's a song by Kill the Noise.
That's great.
That song was funny as shit the first time we heard it too, because we were at the rave he was playing at, and that came on. I was like, "This is a fucking amazing song." And then like 2 songs after it, he played the remix of the goddamn Forest song from Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
I was probably just gonna ask you to make a run up there the next couple of days.
God, I want to go to another rave.
Don't we all? I want to go to a rave.
Apparently, they're moving Electric Carnival to October.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What do I?
I assume COVID reasons.
I heard that this year they're gonna do Otakon.
That was a thing that might stop large gatherings of people.
I will give.
Playing League is like having.
I think that's what you're gonna have to be vaccinated. Still, maybe. I'm not sure. Devontae said if he can get vaccinated before Otakon comes and it happens, probably. But I'll be in Cali by then.
To get vaccinated as well. Well, there's cons out here.
Yeah. I would love to go to San Diego Comic-Con.
What was it? Sacramento actually actually stopped COVID vaccines in order to have a con.
Right.
It's a fucking anime. Yeah, they like for a weekend it was an anime swap meet thing, so they shut down the COVID vaccine.
They're running vaccines out of big stadiums and big like convention centers because they're really spacious and they can fit a lot of people, so they can do a lot at a time. Especially for like LA and like places like San Diego, like big cities where they need to do huge batches to try and make it more safe. And they just went, okay, but we have to hold a con.
Yeah, Sacramento was like, hey, but like we don't have much going on. All we have is old people and politicians, please.
Bushido Brown?
No, Glenn Devontae.
Bro, it does.
I do like Sacramento, like aesthetically, but I would never really want to live there.
California.
Playing League of Legends is like,
yeah,
having necrosis.
He said playing League of Legends is like a fucking necrosis. Playing League is like
Awesome. Zero, let them in.
like paying for
Here, buddy. Open up the
a girl who only likes you because you buy her things.
has to do all the work around here.
that's fair.
That's great.
Sure.
It tastes kind of the same.
I like the fact that Megzo was like, I'm gonna blow up the fucking memes page, and then posted 2 things.
It's blowing it up, bro.
Oh, you know, that could have just been the beginning.
I mean, I guess technically it is blowing it up as it was dead.
So any activity would have been blowing it up.
Yeah.
Exactly. Listen. Put it up in my book.
That's fair.
I love you, Mary Jane.
Come up to my office / museum grade aquarium.
I love that song.
Fragment.
Yeah, it's pretty
And
great.
when I'm feeling lonely.
Easy, Liam. The Vault Hunter's with me. VIP. All access.
I get my weed from California. That's that shit.
That shit.
I can't sing the stream.
Oh no. How will you participate?
Nice place, Reese. I'm gonna enjoy watching it burn from the inside out. Get over it, Katagawa! You can't hold the city, the key fragments slip through your fingers, and now you're losing your grasp on reality! That's 3 hand things right there! Yeah, you can't get past my defense turrets!
That's 3 hand things?
That's fucking what he said.
What does that mean?
Oh, you know.
You know something that's pretty cool about Rise that I like? Monster Hunter.
Oh. What's up?
Is they have this new thing when you go into so like previous Monster Hunter game, the map layout would be that you're in an area like you would be in World or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But to change, you know how the areas
like,
are numbered on the map. What?
I remember how that works.
Yeah, you change an area, you literally like change areas, like it goes to a loading screen.
Yeah, you gotta travel.
Area.
That's why tagging monsters was such a big thing in the old games.
Yes. Actually, tagging monsters in old Monster Hunter was very irritating because you had to paintball them, and eventually it will wear off. And if you forgot to do that shit and you don't know where the monster's going, you're looking around the fucking map until you find that bitch.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't like that about Monster.
Yeah, no. I'm so glad having to paintball monsters isn't a thing anymore.
Monster Hunter World.
How they do it in this game is you have this little pet owl called a Kahoot, and he's how you can see monsters.
A Khajiit?
Does it have wares if you have coin?
No. Well, actually, you don't need coin. He collects stuff for you.
It has wares.
If you go to where your buddies are, and where you handle your buddies, you can hold up to 5 items. So if after every 5 quests you go look up in his nest, he'll have random shit for you. Like sometimes it's berries, sometimes it's herbs, sometimes it's steel eggs, so you can trade them in for money. It's pretty great.
Good to see you. Go easy on that nacho fountain.
Oh, and then instead of just cats, you can also have a dog called a Palamute.
Cigars, are you?
And he's just straight up a fighter. Also, you can ride him.
Ride
to get anywhere you need to go faster.
Watch out.
Yeah,
But
from what I know, you can
I
also
like-
like sharpen and gather from his back.
Yes, you can. While you're riding him, you can gather things when you pass him. You can sharpen your weapons while he's taking you wherever. You can heal, all that good shit. But when you're in the map, when you're going around looking for your monster or whatever, and there's herbs and there's honey and there's whatever around, bugs and shit. There's also these little things called permabuffs, and there'd be these little flying orb things. They look like they could be fairies in another game, you know what I mean? Like they're just floating in the air. And you run past it or run through it, and it adds like either defense or attack to you, or stamina or whatever. It buffs you in some way. And it's a buff that you keep for your whole fight.
Hell yeah. That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
And it's really cool. I like the concept of the buffs, and the game, how the map is set up, fucking mountains, hills to jump off of everywhere. It's really set up for you to Spider-Man your way across a map. Go to a high point and jump off of it and use your wire bugs. You have 2 automatically. You use them in the right way and you can get across like a whole area.
Yeah, from everything I like saw and heard, it's got incredible verticality.
Yeah, it's really good. I get around so well using the wire bugs. I don't even use the dog to ride. I keep 2 cats on me because in my opinion, they're better because like the dog is a good fighter and he does like real damage. But he's not like the cats. The cats can make you traps, they can heal you, they can throw bombs. Right. One of my cats has a poison trap. I put it on the ground every so often and it has poison in it, and when the monster gets caught in the trap, they also get poisoned.
Hell yeah.
One of my healing cat has this fucking thing where it makes a little house plant looking thing that's got healing fruit on it. And when you activate it, it keeps like a little healing aura around for like 3 minutes, and after it goes away, the plant itself stays there and you can do it one more time after it regrows.
Oh, nice. Gatorade soup, huh?
Ew.
Gatorade soup, gross.
Animal crackers.
Talking about the thick Gatorade and now Gatorade soup.
Gatorade soup. Have you seen the thing, Gatorade bread? No?
That better not.
Gatorade bread.
No.
It is a real thing. Somebody made Gatorade bread.
Gatorade bread?
Yeah. They just substituted out the water for like Gatorade.
That's wrong.
Ew.
Apparently it's just like making soda bread.
Like spray cake.
I've never had soda bread actually.
Well, they made an actual bread. Like it looked actually really good. It was like obviously it was a red color because what they chose, and it was slightly sweeter than soda cake. But yeah, it just because it doesn't really impart the flavor too much.
That sounds wacky and wild.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you're just like.
What the fuck is bread soup?
I actually think that is a thing too.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, I do think bread soup is a thing. I know bread pudding's a thing, and that shit's amazing.
I've never had the pleasure of having bread pudding.
I really enjoy bread pudding.
I think it could taste good if it wasn't wet bread.
You said what?
I think it would be good if it wasn't made out of wet bread. The flavor is good, but the texture is awful.
Fun.
The texture is really bad, like just heinously bad.
Among Us soup? How the fuck does that even work?
You want Among Us soup? No, thank you.
You're crazy, and that's not real.
And one of the tissues.
Seek help for your delusions.
Seek help.
Stop that. Get some help.
Get some help.
You gonna try to stay up to see if your event comes out? Yeah?
Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it.
What are we looking up?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Are you guys waiting for a rare meteorological event?
The Battle Royale is having this 3-part event going on. It's a zombie event. Like the first part was they dropped a nuke on the area, and there's parts that are infected, and you can turn into a zombie and play as a zombie.
I love the way you spelled delusional. It's also way longer than the word should be.
And yeah, and apparently if you kill people, they drop these vials, and if you get vials, you can turn yourself back into a human and continue the game, which I think is pretty cool.
That's funny.
It sounded interesting. He was saying there's a second
That was
part
the
that's supposed to
Halloween.
drop. That was the Halloween one you said. Okay.
This one, you just turned into a zombie because the whole, like,
The whole thing is
the whole map
infected.
was infected, basically, so they had to nuke it. So
The whole map was infected, so they.
The event was trying to survive.
Oh, I think I played that one actually.
What's it for?
Call of Duty. Warzone, right?
Warzone?
Or everybody who died.
That's
That
wild.
was that.
Reese, it looks like Zero murdered
Man, we
But yeah, they're supposed to be dropping like the part 2 to the event at midnight, but it might be 3 for us just because it's probably Pacific. I almost said Pacific. God damn it, Pacific time. Well-timed burps.
Jinx.
Thanks, you owe me a shot.
That's funny. Things are usually on Atlantic time. Or that's what it feels like.
You said what? It feels like what?
As it always feels like things are on Atlantic time rather than Pacific time.
A lot of things are. A lot of companies are based in like California.
Yeah, well, a lot of video games specifically, like a lot started either here in Silicon Valley.
Yeah. So it's like a lot of things. Like I remember that I had to get to that when I started playing Mabinogi back in the day, because the Nexon headquarters is in some part of the West Coast. So whenever they would put out an update or whatever, and they'd be like, the update will come out at 10 a.m. or something, but you know, it'd be like 2 for me in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I remember when that first started happening, when I first started playing, I didn't understand why, like, it would tell me something was coming out and then it wouldn't. And it just took me a couple times to realize that it was just because it was 3-hour delay.
Wait, for what game?
Mabinogi.
This game I used to play
It was a
called
browser
Mabinogi.
game. Not browser, I guess. It was a
MMO.
yeah. And one of those MMO games. You know, like MapleStory. It was more
Yeah, you probably heard of MapleStory, right?
intense than MapleStory.
Yes.
It's just by the same company, Nexon.
Oh, okay.
But Mabinogi was like the appeal of Mabinogi was that it was a fantasy life, but it's like the main
It was closer to, I'd say, like,
anything
Warcraft in the way it
is
played.
about you getting, you know, leveling yourself up,
MapleStory
fighting
was very-
things, going through dungeons, but also like you can have a farm, you can have a house, you can sell like a merchant.
It was Second Life.
And,
You had
yeah, the Second Life. It very much was my Second
didn't
Life
know
for a
of
very
it.
long time.
Yeah, because of the boys.
Oh, yeah, huh?
I think dogs should vote. The fact that
Oh,
he gets
man.
immediately kicked out when
You
he
just
yells
brought
that
up-
is so fucking good.
You just brought up a great. Sometimes I do that. Starts to fade away, and I'm kind of that.
What?
You just reminded me when you said that dog should vote about I was having a conversation with Devontae because his best friend was never into Monster Hunter, but he likes Rise. It's like in his own words, it's like the game clicked, and he
Yeah.
understands now, and so
That
he's
makes
been
sense.
playing
That
Rise with him.
It's like the
that happened.
Bloodborne of-
Yeah, that happened with Bloodborne for a lot of people. People didn't understand Souls games, but then they played Bloodborne, and all of a sudden they got it, and so they went back and played and finished the Souls games because it just made more sense finally.
That's funny. I like when stuff like that
Headshots,
happens.
B.
That happened with me with League, actually.
There
Where
you go.
it's like one day I was playing, and like in my opinion, I'm nowhere near a pro or anything. But you know, previous to this thought happening, I was just like, man, I'm never gonna be any kind of good at League. I suck. And I don't know, one day I was just playing and I was controlling a character and I'm getting kills and I'm like, hold on, I know how to play this game. I don't know.
I get it.
And it was kind of stupid. I realized saying it out loud seems kind of stupid, but it was like in my brain.
Oh fuck, I get it. You just had a character that finally made sense for how the game was supposed to be played.
I guess so. And it also helped me like understand other characters I play because I was like, I get it. Like, you know.
Yeah.
I've been playing League for 10 fucking years, but I finally got it.
That makes sense, though.
So his friend started playing this Monster Hunter, and he was like, so are the cats slaves? And I was like, I see them more like pets, but actually cats are a lot more than that because like cats can do anything. They run shops sometimes, they can make armor, they fight with you and for you, and also they, you know, they're support, you know, like definitely not slaves. You know, cats are almost damn near wyverns. I mean, wyverians, whatever people are.
Yeah.
But then the question came up of, okay, so that's how you see cats. But the dogs can't talk and are just dogs. Are they slaves?
Yes. But
so.
yes, but in the same way that real dogs are.
Yeah, okay, maybe.
That's fair.
Maybe. Because, like, that's just, it made me realize that, oh, wow, that is how that works. You can talk to cats. They speak words. Yeah. And they can make weapons, and they cook food, and they can do pretty much anything a human or wyvern or a wyverian or whatever the fuck we are. They can do whatever we can do. But the dogs don't talk. They only bark. And they just fight. They can't, like, set traps. They can't heal you. They just are there with a sword in their mouth, fighting a monster on your side, and also you can ride them. So it's like, they are definitely not on the same level as cats. Where I would almost consider my cats my partners. The dog is definitely just like my pet. Like I said, I don't even use, like, you when you're playing by yourself, you can have both your pets. Like, you're playing the story mode in the village, you can have both your pets. So if I really thought the dog was cool, I could have a dog and a cat. But I like the cats and all the things they can do so much that I just have two cats, and I have a support cat and I have a healing cat.
Yeah. Ooh.
Also, different.
I'm just kind of playing this by myself. I don't tend to play very many multiplayer games. But thank you for asking. But no, I'm just going through this particular game like solo.
I forget that you can play Borderlands.
Mr. Solo Dolo.
I also I was waiting for a good time to mention this. I was fighting the Power Rangers.
Oh.
What?
I was fighting the Power Rangers.
That's
where
cool.
and when?
Just
like that
now,
whole time you were talking. Like right now, all I've got left is the red Power Trooper right here. But I killed the yellow, the pink, the green, the blue, and the black Power Troopers.
Well, they definitely are Power Rangers.
That really is all the colors of the Power Rangers.
Yep.
Something else that changed in Rise is the village quests have no high rank.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It might come out later. Something that the handheld games always do is whatever version came out for Japan, it comes out for us, sometimes a little altered. But then they always bring out a second version, which will be called ultimate will be added to the, or like it'll come out for Japan and be like, oh, Monster Hunter 4 G, and then when it comes out for us, it's called Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, and it adds like how Iceborne added the master rank and stuff.
Yeah.
That's how the handheld games will work. They'll add the G rank, or now it's called master rank in World. So I feel like they might add high rank stuff to Village when they do their update. Which I've gotten word is already, planned, that they plan to bring out their usual update to the game or whatever.
Hell yeah.
The hub stuff, the online stuff where you play with other people, has high rank stuff. Usually, you noticed from when we were playing World, when you go into a quest with somebody else, if it's just you two, then you each get your cat.
Yeah.
But once you get a third person, the cats go away. And it's just you as the players. In this Monster Hunter, even if you have all 4 people in your party, everyone still gets their cat.
Really?
So whatever cat you have as your main cat or dog, whatever's your main buddy, stays with you, even if you're in a party of 3 or 4 people. So there's 4 of you, and you all have a buddy. It's like 8 of you. Well, I wouldn't say a whole 8, because if you just left all 4 of your buddies there to do it by themselves, I don't know that they could kill the monster, or they couldn't in a speedy fashion. I would say maybe it's more like the monster versus 6 of you, like the equivalent of like players. But everybody gets to keep their main buddy in the online, which I think it's pretty cool. Devante doesn't like that.
Oh yeah?
Well,
Why not?
spoil
Makes
sport.
the online quest too easy. Because the whole thing with the online quest is they're meant to be harder. They're meant for you to play them with other people, because it's automatically a higher level of monster than in like the Village.
Yeah.
Then he thinks it makes it too easy if there's 4 of you going ham on a monster, and also 4 cats throwing bombs and setting traps and shit. But I don't know. I don't know. When you get to like rank 6 and 7, them monsters, they got a lot of health, man. I wouldn't be too mad at everybody having their pay.
You're like, I could use all the help I could get.
I'm just saying. Like, with my weapons and armor better now than they were when I started, I could probably take on the low rank stuff by myself without a problem. But as it gets more high rank, like, I'm not trying to take on those things by myself. Especially not there's a good few new monsters. There's a main monster. His name is Magnamalo, and he's
Hi, Lux.
fucking rough. Hi, Lux.
Hello.
He's so rough. And he has the ability to juggle you until you die.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh no.
He has it's okay, so like something you can do with your wire bug, which is very, very cool. This is a great addition to the game, is you can quick recover. So if you get knocked over or thrown by a monster, hit the wire bug button and B, and you will catch a wire bug and you'll quick recover and fly across. Sometimes you can even, if you want to strategize it right, fly towards a monster and hit him again with your weapons. It's really necessary for you to know how to quick recover by the time you get to Magnamalo, because he has a move that launches you in the air, and while you're in flying mode, like before you can recover, he can hit you again.
Jeez.
And then while you're flying, he can do it again. And if you don't quick recover yourself, he will just keep hitting you in the air until you die.
Just juggle the fuck out of you?
Yeah, there's videos. You can look up. There's videos of people dying by getting juggled by the Magnum.
God damn.
So
Fucking
it's
juggle
really
boys out
important
here.
to know how to. It's really important to know how to use your wire bug, which was why the game was so frustrating at first, because there's a lot of situations where like more and more as you progress through even just village, it's showing you like, come on, you gotta learn how to use these fucking wire bugs. Come on, you gotta escape these monsters.
It's like, this is important, okay? You guys, you're not listening.
Like, look, I don't know how many times we need to fucking teach you this thing, but we'll stay here all goddamn lunch if we need to.
And by the time it gets to the Magnum Malo, it's like, all right, I hope you've been using your wire bugs. You're gonna need them for this
You're gonna need it.
Sounds like a fucking college course. Like, I'm gonna teach you this thing over and over again. Once we get to this fight, fucking, I hope you learned it.
I hope
That's
you
the end.
retained it, nigga. They also added this mode fighting every so often. So when you start the game, spoilers, I guess.
Okay.
When you start the game, you know, you gotta talk to the village elder or whatever. You start the game and they're like, oh, turns out you're now qualified to be a monster hunter. You lucky. We have some missions for you. They just put you to work immediately. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, looks like your training is done and you're officially a monster hunter. Isn't that cool? So what a coincidence. We're having a rampage right now and all the monsters are crazy. So we need you to go fight some shit.
How convenient. It's like they were like, there's a rampage. We have any more recruits? Like, I mean, these guys just barely passed. Perfect. Let's get them out in the field.
So
Hey guys, so instead of your usual final test, we're mixing it up this year.
So like, as convenient as that is, right? They specify like, oh, the monsters are in a rampage. Oh man. So like, I thought that might mean like, as you get up in levels, maybe they'll be like ragier or something. Like you'll find different versions and they're all crazy or something. No, what it means is every so often you'll get a request to go do this arena style mission where you and your party, or just you if you're in the village stuff, you go into this particular map and there will be these platforms everywhere and the ability to bring up weapons on these platforms. Weapons that you can control yourself, like ballistas and stuff. And then also auto ones where it's just like you just put some generic guy on the ballista and he'll shoot when he sees a monster.
Go.
So
Look at this guy.
Reese,
Arn.
you got any more firepower?
Oh fuck! He started shooting.
Sorry. Was he
what was he doing?
He was grooving.
grooving?
It was amazing. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. It was just wild.
Fine.
I mean, if people are grooving, let me know.
And dude was doing
No,
this. He was
yeah,
like,
I wanted to know.
but like real choppy.
Oh, great. I love it. I love me some of that. I mean,
So you have to do this thing called a rampage. The monsters are rampaging. You have
the amount of shots you miss.
You're basically protecting these gates that lead to the village. And you guys you can bring up these weapons and stuff to use or have them auto used. And from behind this wall, monsters that you've fought or not before, probably that you've fought before, will start coming from over this wall. Some of them are just there to attack and be annoying. Some of them are big monsters purposely meant for trying to knock down the gates. And it's your job to repel them. You gotta shoot at them and try to hit them with heavy shots so that they fall over, so that they're more vulnerable to getting shot. and you shoot them until they dissipate.
Till they fall down.
And the whole point is to keep the monster from breaking down the gates that lead to the village. And you'll have like 2 or 3, you'll have like 3 or 4 hordes that will come in, and they'll hit you and stuff. There's a special way for you to guard while you're on your weapon so that you don't have to get off of it.
Oh, cool.
And you have to, and every time you finish a horde, it's like, okay, cool, that horde was diverted. Next horde's coming in like a whole 60 seconds. And if you did good, your area will upgrade, and you can put out better weapons to use
Interesting.
for the rest of the fight. And you have to repel the monsters, and the last horde will have a big motherfucker, whatever the target monster is. They'll be the main monster that you're focusing on, and they'll crash through the weaker gates right to the strongest one, and they'll just be trying to hammer down the gate, and you gotta do whatever you can to repel them, and it's finished when you kill that monster. And you can carve that one. The other one's just kind of, you shoot them until
Turn
they
to
go
dust.
invisible.
To dust.
It's a really interesting game mode. I actually fuck with it pretty hard.
Hell yeah.
It sounds
really
cool.
interesting. And it's fun when you have your friends playing with you online, because like you guys can talk to each other about like put stuff where you're gonna put certain weapons, or where everybody's gonna stand, and you don't have to use one of the mounted weapons. You can just get down there with your sword and fight monsters.
Hell yeah.
Do both.
The way it's supposed to be.
So like there's a like if you get hit by a monster and you don't guard while you're on, they will hit you. Not only will they take your health, but they'll take some of the health of the weapon you're mounted on. And if you get hit enough times while you're on your weapon, they'll break it temporarily. You have to wait for it to load to come back. A lot of times, my reaction to that will just be, fuck it, fine, and I'll just go down there with my sword and start fucking shit up until my guns come back.
The way it's supposed to be.
But it's really cool. I really fuck with the weirdness of it. It was unexpected addition that actually turned out pretty fire.
Hell yeah.
And like I said, I got a lot more respect for Rise now that I've been playing it. Because my first reaction to Rise was I was just lying to everybody. It was like, do you like it? And I was just like, yeah, it's Monster Hunter. Yeah.
I can't believe this.
I know, I'm sorry. You were also lied to. Because I didn't want to discourage you. You're new to the Monster Hunter world, and it would be cool if you went on to play the next one. But like,
and I do want to, and you convinced me that
my first impressions of it,
I was ready and felt like I could rationalize to myself I was going to buy it.
I'm encouraging you for real now.
I could rationalize it for you right now. You
can play with me.
Money here that's not real.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my boss keeps giving me gift cards.
Wow. Trying to keep you any way they can, huh?
Bro, I mean, listen. He buys me a lot of coffee and gives me a lot of just like Visa gift cards that I can use anywhere. And I'm not gonna lie.
That's better than what I thought.
That does kind of work.
Like, I was like, anything less than...
Like, I still hate it, and I still want to quit, but...
Anything less than, like, a Visa gift card or, like, an Amazon gift card, I'm like, no, fuck you. I don't want to have to shop at a specific store.
They're straight up, like, use anywhere cards.
Yeah, they're really trying to keep you. You know how they could keep you better? You give you like a week off of work.
Lessen my hours.
Zero, come on, man. I
Bring our junior Sue back to the back instead of making her work the front all the time. I'm literally dying.
That looks like a fucking Warframe. They look like Warframe characters in those suits. With the swords and everything. They look like Tennos.
Favorite
Tennos,
son by
they look like
elimination. I mean,
this
literally,
is just a
though.
rip-off of the fucking Jack fight.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's disappointing.
It really kind of is, because now I just want to be fighting Jack.
Did I tell you guys I have a Claptrap figurine?
I did not know that.
No, that's cool.
It's in its box. I've never taken it out.
That's fair.
It's a little Claptrap.
Figures are in their box and haven't been taken out.
Yeah,
so
Aaron gets mad at me for wanting to take mine out.
That's
Sometimes
not what
I
they're
want
for.
to, but I'm gonna leave them like that. I only have
don't
one pop
take them out.
that's ever been open,
ridiculous.
and it was because I only have one pop that's ever been open, and it was because PJ. I was babysitting him one day, and PJ was alone in my room for like 3 minutes, and he saw my Foxy one from Five Nights at Freddy's, and he was like, "Oh, it's a big bad wolf! I want the big bad wolf!" And because he's a 2-year-old at the time, didn't know how to open boxes, he just tore the shit apart.
Oh, that sucks.
That's fair.
I kind of put the box back together and put Foxy back in it, but like it's clear that the box is like been ripped apart and open. But it sits nicely with the other ones. It just looks kind of stupid.
Yeah, you just put a little tape and you're like, that never happened.
He ripped it in such a way where I could like close the box back up, but like part of the side is ripped off and there's plastic in the front.
Well,
I can't be that mad at him.
It is
really
what it is.
Wanted the wolf, and he was just like, "Ooh, big bad wolf! I'm gonna get this big bad wolf."
And he's a baby, like
yeah, and
literally.
He was 2 at the time. He's only 3 now. I could only get so mad, but I won't lie to you. That's one of those moments where I'm just like, I could punch you. I could punch you across the hand, and you can't do anything about it.
And what would you do?
It's like Patrick. It's like Patrick. Whenever Ari, there's so many times where Ari, with her little smug face, you tell her something, and instead of her, looking like, "Oh, I'm sorry," she'll like giggle about it or some shit.
Okay.
Boy, does that piss Patrick off. He hates that shit. And there's sometimes where she'll do that, and then she'll turn back around to what she's doing, and he'll look at me, and he'll make like punching motions at her, and I'm like, yeah, I know, I feel you. Me too. I have to remember she's sick, because sometimes I do just want to punch her dead in her chest and be like, yeah, what now,
I just
smart
want
ass?
to knock the sense out of you for a second, man. I just want to make your world spin. You have no idea how easily I could just pick you up and throw you across the room. I don't, because that's horrible. And I wouldn't want to hurt you. Not really.
No.
I'm just so frustrated.
I really don't want to hurt you.
I don't.
Like,
it would
when you
hurt. It
frustrate
would
me,
really. I would regret it. As my
sometimes I'm
fingers
just like-
stopped touching you, I would regret it immediately and like kill myself if you were hurt.
Exactly.
But man,
I could never actually do it, but sometimes,
man.
just know, sometimes you're like 2 inches from getting punched in the mouth. I'm just saying.
Just
You're
saying.
lucky you're
I
sick
just
and not a grown woman.
want you to
because
know,
might get
yeah,
punched in the mouth.
you're so lucky you're not an adult. And you're cute and I love you more than life itself. You're lucky all of those things are in play because you are
I
so
swear to
fucking
God,
annoying.
That is exactly why. That's exactly why babies are cute. Because
Yeah, it's a defense
otherwise,
mechanism.
Some people would absolutely suffocate the baby.
And sometimes people still do anyway. It's a defense
Yeah,
mechanism.
That's true.
Sometimes just doesn't work. So.
Sometimes it doesn't work.
But I feel like that's like the exact reason babies like moth is cute. They have to be cute. Otherwise, you would want to throw it in a dumpster or something.
Oh yeah.
The crying, the constant shitting diapers, like, you know, especially when you're doing it by yourself. That shit. And then you spend the first 2 years of your life playing blocks with a toddler with no like adult interaction.
Yeah, that's just not fun.
It's just like,
That's just not fun. People who say that shit is fun. Like it's the best thing ever. It's not. It's cute and you enjoy it because you enjoy them. But that shit's not really that fun. You do wish that you were hanging out with people your age, and stop lying. Yes, you do. Yes, you do wish you were hanging out with people your age.
Like, one of my favorite things about having Ari is like reliving life like through her eyes. For her, everything is just so exciting and new. Sometimes that's annoying when she comes up to me and she's like, this thing that I've known about since I was 5. Look at this thing, isn't it so cool? I just discovered it. I'm like, that's not news, but I'm so glad you're excited, you know?
Yeah.
That's how it is.
That's not new or news, but I'm glad you like it.
Glad you found something you enjoy.
Some things are so fun, like, you know, you take them to like the beach or it's Christmas or something like that, and they're just like, oh my god, saying, oh, everything is great. And it's like, yeah, that's pretty cool. However, then she talks back to me, and then I'm like, god damn it.
I get it.
They all have their moments. All 3 of the kids, I love them all. I love PJ and Mina like they're my own kids. I love all the kids so much. I mean, Ari's got a higher pedestal, but that's because she's my kids. But like Mina and PJ are right behind her, you know. Those babies, basically my babies. I've been taking care of PJ since he was like 6 weeks old. So like, that's damn near my son. You know, I love all of them so much. They're all little assholes. They're all assholes. All 3 of them. PJ is the baby, so he's entitled and spoiled. And then Mina and Ari are just always bullies to each other or to PJ.
Kids are assholes.
Kids are assholes.
Kids are assholes, man. One of their favorite things to do is blame it on PJ. That's like their go-to fucking thing. Something happens, and they're like, PJ did it. I'm like, PJ was nowhere near you. What are you talking about? Ari lost my controller one time. Lost. I put that in quotes because it wasn't even, it was in front Patrick's PlayStation in his room. But because she didn't remember she put it there, she thought she lost it. It wasn't in the room with her, so she was like, I lost it. I was like, what do you mean you lost it? She was like, PJ took it. I'm like, PJ took it? PJ is watching his tablet. What are you talking about? He's been in front of his tablet for like 20 minutes. What are you talking about? PJ lost it. Patrick,
aren't they? They're such dicks.
A little bit to the left, and he's like, the controller's right here. And she's like, oh. I'm like, oh.
What do you mean, oh?
What do you mean, oh? You just
straight up
somebody.
Threw somebody under the bus, and you're like, oh?
And she like full on framed him. PJ was nowhere near her and never touched her controller. And she's like, PJ lost it. He took it. What? No, you dummy. You just didn't remember you put it down over here because you're too busy looking at something else.
They have the attention span of a newt.
Oh my god. None.
I mean, so do I. I have no room to fucking talk.
I got a little more attention span than these kids, though, man. The funniest thing about kids is the reason they think they lose all the time is because they'll have something in their hand and then they'll see something else and be like, oh, I want that thing now.
Ooh, new thing.
And whatever's in their hand, they'll just put it down wherever they were. So then they move on to the next thing, and then they see something else, and they move on to that, and then they'll lose that, and they'll be like, what was that first thing I was playing with? But instead of looking for it, they all do this. Instead
they just assume it's gone forever.
They immediately come to either Patrick or I and go, where's my thing? I don't know.
It's like, bro, I don't know because I wasn't playing with it. What the fuck? It's your
I'd be like,
thing.
I
Why
know.
don't
Did
you
look
know
for
where it
I
is?
didn't have it.
Still do that with Leah.
My favorite thing is the blink is isn't working, or it's broken.
Yeah, it's broken, and then you go in and it's just not on, or
Yeah, it's just like off, or the batteries fell out or something.
like Leah
Something
literally
silly.
did that to me the other day. She was like, the PlayStation isn't working, it won't, whatever, it doesn't, it's not. Dude, she was on the wrong channel.
She did that to
Wow.
me yesterday, where she wasn't on the wrong channel. She was on the right channel. The fucking thing wasn't on. The PlayStation just wasn't on.
Wow.
They're just so dumb sometimes.
So it's funny how, like, instead of going to look for a thing, their first reaction is, I'm gonna just go to an adult, they'll find it. Like, PJ's funniest with that, because like say he's
And
watching
like,
his
yeah,
tablet,
I
and he'll
guess
be like,
I will, but like, don't you have
But they didn't
any
even try.
any
That would be
other
my
way?
thing. You didn't even
Right?
try to
Don't you
look
have
for it
any
before
other
you
way
came
to
me.
like try?
Or they
Can't
went
you
into a room,
try?
scanned it once with their eyes, and went, I don't see it, and then went to the adult. Like, they didn't
Ugh.
even really look.
God, I hate that one.
Yeah, and then you walk in and it's right there, and they're
my
like,
God.
"It's nowhere," and I'm like, "Are you sure
That's
it's
the worst
nowhere?"
thing.
Because like,
There was, oh my God, one time last week I think it was last week, Ari she couldn't find her Switch case, and she was going with her dad, and I was like, all right, well, surely it's in the house somewhere. So, because like her and PJ were all over rooms looking for it, apparently. I say apparently because you're gonna be mad when I told you where I found it. So she's in the kids' room looking for it. She's in Patrick's room looking for it. She's in the room I'm staying in looking for it. They're both all over the place. I don't believe PJ is actually looking. I think he's just following her around.
probably.
But whatever. He thought he was looking, so he's a little younger, so I'll give him leeway. 3, whatever. Ari's 6. By this time, she should know how to look for things.
You would
They
think.
look like they're looking, so I'm just like, whatever. It can't be that far. It probably just got pushed under something or something. I'll find it for you later. Your Switch will be fine until I find it. So she leaves. Goes with her dad. Several minutes after she's gone, I'm talking to Patrick. I turn around because I realize, oh right, I'm supposed to find her Switch case. I turn around to look in the kids' room, and it's
It's right
literally at the edge of under the bed.
Well done, Vault.
You didn't have to go under the bed to see it, because I turned around, looked at the floor, and went, oh, there it is.
That thing I'm looking for.
That was it. I didn't have to even pick anything up. I didn't have to move anything. I looked at the edge of the bed and went, oh, there it is, right there. Right under the bed. Right at the edge of the under the bed. You can see it from a standing position. I know she's not as tall as me, but come on, guy.
Actually, she should have seen it better
yeah,
because
she
she's
should've seen it
shorter than
better.
you.
You fought off an all-out corporate
Right,
assault.
you're lower to the ground and your eyes are better than mine.
Or you would think.
Before I give you this key,
You would think, right? So I was geeking for like an hour afterward. Like, I literally just turned around and looked at the floor, and there it was. Her and PJ were running around for 10 minutes talking about, I don't see it, Auntie Carrie. One glance at the room, and I found it. I'm like, I know that I'm an adult, but come on, y'all.
Hey,
It
I'm
was there. It was in your
Literally,
face.
you literally didn't try.
I'm pulling the troops on this one. Do I tell Reese to keep or get rid of the stash?
Oh, it's a stash of what?
His siege stash, his mustache.
Oh,
Stop.
do you want that? Do you
want-
like that nasty stash or
You
not?
like his caterpillar or nah?
I mean, I feel like without it, he don't look nearly as intimidating.
Keep it.
Keep
Does
it?
that say it's gross?
Yeah. The lose it option is it's gross.
It's gross. Get rid of
Well,
it.
I don't
hate
want
it.
to
It
call
makes
his
me
mustache
barf.
gross. It's not that bad. It's kind of a porn stash,
I'm a
but
barf. I'm a barf big time.
he's rocking it. I'd say
Wait,
let him
what?
keep it.
I'm gonna do big barfs.
How have I never noticed?
If I have to look at him for even 2 more seconds, I'm gonna do big barfs. Wait, noticed what?
So he had a haiku thing. He's like, why does everyone...
Fewer laws, much more murder. Lots of good kills there.
He was like, why does everyone get all weird about my hands? Who needs a pinky anyways?
He doesn't have pinkies?
Wow. That's weird.
Oh, he doesn't have pinkies. Is it back when it was more cartoony and they only have 4 fingers? Or
No,
is
they've
he
always had...
specifically missing a pinky?
He specifically
Why?
doesn't have pinkies.
Why do cartoons do that? Is it just easier to draw?
Yeah, it's easier
It's
to animate.
it's easier to animate, draw, and also if you look at a cartoon hands, 5 fingers actually looks wrong.
It does.
It makes the hands far too wide.
I remember that.
Yeah, no, look at your hand. Like, I assume you're not sober, but like just look at your hand and try to imagine like drawing it. Hands are weird. 5 fingers are incredibly strange.
It's excessive.
I guess so.
It also doesn't help that our thumb is as high as it is. Like their thumb points the way it does instead of being slightly further
Like with
down.
the rest of the fingers.
Yeah.
Because like if you look at like monkey's hands, the thumb's slightly
Our hands
further
are
down.
so rectangular.
Like, yeah. Hands are gross. So are feet.
I guess
Suck to draw.
raccoons too kind of have the same. Raccoons don't necessarily have thumbs, but they do have a lower appendage like our thumbs.
Yeah.
They have,
I guess
it's
kinda like a
opposable
monkey,
so they
but
can
monkeys
grab
actually do have
things.
thumbs.
They gotta do little grabbies.
Yeah.
It's important to their daily life.
Well, it is. That's true.
Hands are weird and nobody likes them.
Is it raccoons or monkeys, or maybe both, that you can trick into like those traps where like if you put your hand in and out of it, it's fine. But if you put your hand in and you ball it up in a fist, it won't come out. So like you put like a shiny thing inside of the trap.
Absolutely
So that they'll
both.
go grab
You can
it.
absolutely do that to raccoons. Raccoons are too greedy to try and let it go.
Right.
And so are
that's
monkeys.
okay.
Not apes, but monkeys are too greedy to let it go as well.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's kind of like this video I saw.
Apes have more
of,
self-preservation, and so they'll let go in order to get their hand out if they feel like they're trapped.
They will try it for a while.
They'll try it for a while, but they'll eventually just have to let it. They'll realize that it's not worth it and let it go. Monkeys won't. They're greedy, and so are raccoons.
It's like this video I saw.
There's
this
literally.
dude who-
Do you remember that game that everyone was playing? What was it called? The one where you Donut County.
Yeah.
There's literally a joke near the end of that game.
Yeah, he has his hand in a pickle jar.
Right, and he refuses to let go of the pickle
He won't
in
let
order to
go
get his
of the
hand
pic-
out.
It's funny because so I've played that game through once for myself. When I didn't a weekend that I didn't have Ari, I played it through by myself, and then Ari came home and saw I had the game, and then she wanted to play, but I had to read it to her, and I ended up reading through that game like 2 or 3 times for her. So I like got the whole storyline of the fucking game memorized. So it's funny because when that happens, when it first happens, he just is in the office and he's got his hand in the pickle jar. He offers BK a pickle, even though there's only one in there and he can't get his hand out. He's got the fucking pickle gripped. But then like he says something to him later as a metaphor, and he's like trying to get a pickle out of a pickle jar, and BK's like, is that why your hand is stuck? And he's like, it's not about it being stuck, you can get the pickle. Like he avoided the question entirely.
Right. Because realistically, if he just let go of that fucking pickle, but they can't. Raccoons are greedy as fuck.
That's really the whole joke of the game
that
too.
Fucking pickle.
Right,
that's the whole point of the game.
Is that they're greedy as fuck.
Is BK is really greedy, and he really only learns to not be greedy because he wants friends more than he wants stuff.
And
also
only
mirror
slightly.
broke
And only slightly more wants friends than he wants stuff, yeah.
And Mira broke his quadcopter.
And Mira broke his quadcopter, so like what does he have now anyway? Nothing, so might as well just keep the friends, I guess.
I love the first part of the game because she's like, every time someone's like, so it's your fault, and he's like, I don't know how I'm a victim here when I got my quadcopter broken.
He's like, I don't know how, he's like, I can't be the bad guy because my quadcopter is broken. I don't remember who I was watching play it, but they were like, BK is literally Cartman. And they weren't wrong. They weren't wrong about that.
Yeah, he is. He's absolutely Cartman. It's not my fault. It's your fault.
And I don't have to explain why. It just is.
Cartman is the best asshole. He really is. Like, it's so hard to be like, Cartman is my favorite character. Because, like, I hate Cartman. But, like, that's also the point.
Yeah, you are.
You're not supposed to like Cartman.
He is a
Cartman
bad
is a bad person.
He's fundamentally a terrible person, and you are supposed to know that. He's a
sociopath. He's narcissistic as fuck, and he's probably gonna try to take over the world like he's Hitler at some point. He's racist as shit, and he does not care what you think about that. And he will try to justify his racism to you in your face while being racist.
That's fair.
Are we going bye-bye?
Yeah, it is time for end of stream.
I have morning schedule.
Yeah. So thank everybody who came out. Thank you to people in chat. Thank you to people who lurked. Thank you to people who watched the VOD. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe, then come here, watch us live, follow. If you're watching the VOD on Twitch, follow.
What's the harm? It's all free.
It's all free?
It's all free.
What are you worried about? Helping us? Huh? You worried about helping us? In that case, why'd you listen to the end? The fuck?
If you're still here.
If you're still here, the fuck?
Weird flex, but okay.
Weird flex, but okay.
One of Dave Chappelle's specials says a joke, and he's like, oh, and if that offended you, remember, you clicked on my face. I didn't invite you here. You came willingly.
Right. But yeah, so thank you, everyone. Say goodbye, y'all.
Oh, I was waiting for her to do it first.
Do a what?
Is this the skit? Is this the fucking gag? Is this the gag we're going for today?
Is this the hill we chose to die on?
I guess it is. All right. You know what, y'all? Bye.